everybody. So I'm excited to be here to do the flip through of Scoundrels and Scalawags. I think that's such a fun title for a journal. I'm going to go ahead and just get started. This is about 7 3/4 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide. It's got a little more substantial of a spine than some of the older ones that I do, so it's almost 2 inches. There are 100 pages if you count front and back, and there's a cute vintage key on the front here. This lace is just wrapped around. It's not connected in any way, so if you're not a fan of that, you don't have to use it. And the key is just safety pinned on, so that's also reusable elsewhere. I included this picture because they kind of looked like maybe they were scoundrels in a good-hearted way. There's a little vintage button on here, and we'll go ahead and get started. So right away, page 1 has a pocket, and I put this vintage postcard in here because they also look like Scoundrels or Scalawags. So old recipes in there. This is an old ticket and an itty bitty tag and another tag in there that you can play with. Here's a picture from an old yearbook, 7th grade typing. That brings back memories, am I right? Some journaling cards and some hand-painted paper. It's actually a jelly print. A bingo card. This is some imported Japanese rice paper. It's a journaling card. Another journaling card here. Whoops. And this page is actually made from an old sewing pattern, and it's got vintage measuring tape and some texture there. There's a piece of vintage measuring tape, a different kind, and it's in there with an eyelet, or on there I should say. Oops. This is from an old book about the clothing industry. There's a little flip up. Another pocket. And this journaling card is covered in fabric, so I thought that would be fun for somebody to play with, paint on, or what have you. A little tab here with a vintage button pinned on. I don't know if you can see that very well. Here's the other side of that jelly print. I love it when pages layer up like that. Looks so cool once you've done your artwork on there. This is one of my altered paper clips. And this is a vintage photo, 1933. They look like they're having a good time. A tag in here. And this is actually a vintage will from 1966. Just something fun for you to play with. One of my hand-painted girls. Another tab on there. More vintage yearbook. This is some hand-painted papers for you to play with, and you can use this as a bookmark or a journaling card or whatever. That's the thing, that all the things that I put in here, they're meant to be used however you want. I want you to be able to customize these books. So if you want to pull all that stuff out and use it elsewhere, you go for it. It's just fun. It's all fun. This was actually a scrap from something my mom sent me, and it's vintage, but I was gonna sew it onto something, and I realized that it's just the perfect little corner add-on. So it stays right there, and I thought that was kind of adorable. And this has a little word when you flip it up. There's a bingo card in here, and then a tag. The other side of that yearbook page. Adorable children's book. Blueberries for Sal, I believe is the name of the book. A little tag. One of those Tim Holtz pictures that makes a little pocket. Another paper clip with a vintage button on it. A vintage photograph. Some Franken paper. Another little flip up here with some vintage fabric. And this is a journaling card made from an old flashcard. It's a little envelope on this page, and I just put a little tag in here for you to play with. It's a strip of snippet roll there. And we've got an envelope here with some goodies in it. And then on this side, this is a little piece of from 1964, a ledger. And that just slides right in behind this journaling spot. Some ribbon woven in there. This is one of those paper waterfalls that you can take apart and play with. And then you've got a pocket here. A nice journaling spot with another vintage button paper clip. Another journaling card. Here's a belly band with some goodies tucked in there. This flips open. A little spot for doodling. This is kind of fun. Flips up so you can do something in there. You can do something here. You got the pocket. And that's it. This is the end. Vintage photograph here. And the little piece of, that's from a spool of vintage thread at the top of it. So that is it. This will be listed in, let's see, today is Friday, so Sunday. The 7th, I'm planning a very large handmade shop update. I've got paintings, I've got journals, so I can't wait to bring all that to you, and I will be back probably later today with flip throughs of my gypsy journals. So anyway, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you guys next time.